Good morning. My name is Miss Horton, and I'm one of the counselors at Jacksonville High School. And we have Miss Jones, another one of our counselors. And today we are going to be discussing how to get you enrolled for next year's classes. We are so excited. Great things are going on at Jacksonville High School, and we want to make sure you're a part of it. First of all, if you are a 10th or 11th, are going to be a 12th grade, 9th going to 10th, 10th going to 11th, or 11th going to 12th, we have selection sheets in the guidance office if you need to run by and pick one up. You can also go on to your Google Classroom, Counselors Google Classroom, and they're online. So however is best for you, we want to make sure you get one of these turned in, because this is how you choose the classes you want for next year. I'm going to start by just saying, when you have your selection sheets, make sure that you have printed neatly your last name, first name, your ID. We do need a parent, a guardian's name, and their cell phone. Now, we're not going to call you to say, hey, how was your weekend? We want that phone number in case we have a question. We can call you and ask you, what were you thinking when you put this down? Okay? But that is so important that the phone number works. If you look at your core subjects, it's the first boxes. You're going to tell us, 9th going to 10th, are you interested in just regular English, or would you like to try that English 10 accelerated class? Okay? Same for the 11th grade. You've got your regular English, and then you have AP English. That's where your AP classes start. So you've got to mark one of those. And 11th graders going to 12th, exactly the same thing. Not hard on that. When you get to the math section, remember this year we're flip-flopping some classes. So if you had Algebra 1 as a 9th grader this year, you will be going into Algebra 2. Okay? Some of you 9th graders had geometry. You're going to be going into Algebra 2. And then, of course, the seniors will need to see what you took in the past and where you're going. You have more selections, so look over that. If you have a question about your math placement, the first person that you can talk to is your math teacher. Maybe they can give you some input on maybe what would be the best class for you. Also, you have science that you will need to mark down. So look at your science and decide which level you're going to. 9th going to 10th, you should be looking at physical science. Have just a few students that might be chemistry, but for the most part, it's physical science. 10th going to 11th, most of you will be taking chemistry. We also have environmental science if you're interested in that. And then, of course, the 11th going to 12th, some of you will already be through with your science, but if you're not, go back and pick up what you need. If you ever have any questions about that and you're not sure, contact Miss Jones or myself. You can email us. You can call us. Miss Joyner's in the office. We'll be glad to look at your transcript and help you answer that. One of the things also is when you look at your transcript, and Miss Jones will be talking to you about that, if you failed a class this year or in the past and you have not made that class up on ingenuity, we need you to mark that you need credit recovery, because we need to get that taken care of. Under the subject boxes on every one of these selection sheets, it talks about athletics. Now let me fill you in on athletics. You don't mark athletics anywhere because, of course, everybody that's in athletics knows you have to go out for a team and you've got to make the team. Once your coach tells us that you've made the team, we go back and put you in on your schedule. But we would love for you to write us a note and say, I play football. I would like to play basketball. I would like to play baseball or softball. If you haven't made the team, write us up above. I'm a soccer player. I'm a baseball player. Because that way we can just sort of wait and check that list as they come in to make sure that we got you in athletics if you need to be, okay? Now, if you look at your selection sheets, the next area that we want to cover is the academic program selection. Jacksonville is one of the few schools in the state of Arkansas that we have pathways that you can actually get experience in different areas. And we're very excited about our pathways, and we want you to try things. On this, you have your service, sales, and marketing. We have a health and safety pathway, and we have the Building, Automotive, and Design Academy. So you are going to select one of those pathways that you want to try out, and you're going to circle that dot, okay? And out beside each dot, it tells some of the classes that you could look at. I'm going to show you where it says the health and safety. It's got criminal justice. So this is for all my students out there that thinks they want to be a lawyer, a judge, a probation officer. They want to work with students in some way or kids some way under the law umbrella. Then this would be a great field for you to look at. And your first class would be the criminal justice class. After you've had that, if you mark that and you're going to be a 12th grader, we will go to the next class in that pathway. We'll know where to put you, okay? Same thing as the Building, Automotive. If you are a welder or you're thinking that's something I want to learn how to do, those students get on a bus and they actually travel to BB at ASU BB, college, and that's a college class. And so they get college credit and high school credit for attending that. Wonderful program. And so there's a lot of opportunities. We're wanting you to pick one of those pathways and tell us, hey, I think I want to try this, okay? Ms. Jones, anything I can add there you're thinking of?
Not right now.
So just make sure you circle the dot and you tell us which ones you're interested in. A lot of students are interested in the cybersecurity. They love computers. You're on them all day long. Well, that's where you would mark that health and safety, and you would mark cybersecurity, okay? We have a wonderful program, and the teacher's outstanding, and they're all into computers, and they're in there just working away, so that's something we want you to try. If any of these programs or pathways you're not sure about, how do you learn more about it? Well, you can go to the jnpsd.org, go onto the high school link, click quick link, and you will see course catalog. And that course catalog, it talks about every class that Jacksonville High School offers. So you need to look on in that course catalog. I think ours start on page 14, 15. And so if you have a question and you're not sure, go to that course catalog on the Jacksonville High School web link and look over that. Now we're going to look at the electives. And when you, some of these, especially I need to stop and say, my juniors and seniors, we have college classes that we offer for college credit. And if you're interested in this, you're going to mark your English class like you were in this building. But if you think, hey, I want to take freshman comp, you can write us a note over here, mark it. But we have to have your ACT scores, and you have to have a score of 19 or above to qualify to be admitted to the college. If that's something that you're interested in, feel free to email us, call us, come see us, and we'll talk about that, okay? 10th graders, we really don't start that into the 11th and 12th grade year, but we want you to start looking at that ACT at the end of your 9th grade, going into your 10th grade year. If you think, that's what I want to do, I want to take some college courses. We offer college courses in our culinary department. We offer it, of course, in the welding. We offer it in our medical department, CNA. That is, you could get college credit. There's so many different ways and opportunities, and that's why we said we've got a lot of good things going on here. But make sure that ACT score, you've signed up to take that. If you need help signing up with your ACT, call us or come by. We'll be glad to help you walk through that. Look at the electives. Now, everybody is going to take some electives. And we've listed some that you can look at each grade level. You're going to number 1 through 5. 1 is telling us, ladies, that's the one I really, really, really love. Please make sure I get it. And number 5 is saying, okay, if I can't get my other classes, I can live with that. Once you've looked at these classes, you write them down here. Best handwriting, write them out. If it's not on here, write us a note. This is what these sheets are for. Write us a note, like athletics. If you're really interested in AP Art and you don't see it, seniors and juniors, write us a note. Where's AP Art? Because we're going to go, oh, that's what they want, okay? Remember, when you're looking at your electives, you can never go to class number 2 unless you've done number 1. Let me give you an example. We have Spanish 1, Spanish 2. You've always got to do number 1 before you go to number 2, okay? So just in the back of your head, remember that. Band, we've got band 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1 is your freshman year. Remember, if you want to go to band, we need 1 before we go to 2. Piano is the exact same thing. So look over that. Remember, where do you get that information? You get it from the course catalog, and that's on the jmpsd.org website. A lot of great information on there about Jacksonville, so check it out. This needs to be signed by the scholar, dated. We'd like your parents to sign it and date it. Now, remember, this has to be turned back to us, because if we don't get one from you, it's like you're sending us a message. Miss Jones, just go ahead and pick my classes. And we don't want to do that. We want you to tell us what you want to do for next year. Get this turned in. The due date for this is January the 26th. Students, if you're watching this, you can drop them by the guidance office. You can drop, if you're a virtual student and you filled yours out and you're afraid to send it to us, drop it by the front office. They'll get it to us, send it in, we put it online. You can submit it. We've done everything possible. Parents, if you have questions, feel free to call us. If we don't know the answer, we're going to find the answer out for you, okay? I think that is everything. Once again, if you don't see an elective on here that you're really interested in and you've looked in that course catalog, it'll also have the grade level. Write us a note out here. Hey, where do I find child development and parenting? That's a class all the kids love. So write us a note and we'll say, oh, they must be interested in this, okay? I think this is it. Remember, get this form, either submit it online or pick up one, get it back to us, because we're ready to start looking at these next week. Miss Jones, did I forget anything?
Just let the students, we need to let you all know that we submit all of our information through email, so make sure you check your emails constantly, consistently, because we're always sending something out to you through an email.
Yep, that's it. I mean, we've already started, especially the higher you go up, juniors and seniors, everything's by email. So that is so important that 9th graders, 8th graders get in the habit of checking that. Okay, what have you got to tell us today?
All right, I want you all to know what it takes to graduate from Jacksonville High School. Okay, we have your transcripts. We need to make sure that your transcript is correct. If you don't already have a copy of your transcript, come by the office or shoot us an email and we can email you your transcript, or we can print you out a copy of your transcript. But you need to make sure we're checking, and if you're checking also, we just want to make sure that it is correct. Also, if you failed any class that is a graduation requirement, that's any social studies class, any science class, any PE, health, or communication, English, math, if you failed any of those classes, you need to take credit recovery. How do you take credit recovery? We use Edgenuity. You already have access to your Edgenuity through your Clever link that's on your Chromebook. Please, if you have credit recovery, you must get it completed. It's web-based. You can work on it anytime, but we need you to get it done, because if you don't do your credit recovery, you can't graduate, okay? What does it take to graduate? You need at least 22 credits to meet graduation requirements. Within those 22 credits, you must have 4 Englishes. That's English 1, 2, 3, and 4. You must have 4 maths. That's Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and we have a variety of your 4th maths to choose from. Also, you need 3 sciences. 1 must be biology. The other 2 can be chosen between physical science, physics, environmental science, and anatomy, okay? You need 3 social studies credits. That's going to be your civics and econ, your U.S. history, and your world history. In addition to that, everyone must have a half a credit of health, PE, and an oral communication, as well as a fine arts credit. Here is Jacksonville High School. We offer the following fine arts. We offer music appreciation, music theory, we offer art, drawing, choir, band, theater, stagecraft. Did I get
Piano. We offer piano.
We offer piano as well. Thank you, Ms. Horton. So we have to have all of those. In addition to that, you have to have the remaining credits are from your career focus electives. While I'm talking about your career focus electives, Ms. Horton discussed about the academies that we offer and the different pathways. If you want to have Ford NGL distinction when you graduate from Jacksonville High School, you have to complete that pathway. Again, if you want Ford NGL distinction when you graduate from Jacksonville High School, you have to complete your pathway within your academy. Also, make sure that you choose the academy, as she talked about earlier. When you're in the 10th grade, you can choose your academy, 9th grade going into 10th grade, okay. In order to be an honor graduate from Jacksonville High School, I want you to start thinking about this, even if you're a 9th grader. You have to have a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or higher. Your GPA starts in junior high if you take credit classes in junior high. I know currently there are some students that have already taken their physical science, their Algebra 1, Spanish, or even Survey of Business. If you have those credits from the 7th and 8th grade, they do count in your cumulative GPA. Again, a 3.5 is needed if you want to graduate from Jacksonville High School as an honor graduate. In order to be classified as a sophomore, you must earn 5.5 credits during your 9th grade year. To be considered an 11th grader, you must have at least 11 credits. And to be considered a senior, you must have at least 16.5 credits. Now I'm going to go back and talk about the credit recovery. If you failed any classes, you need to make sure you get those classes taken care of, because again, you will not be classified as the correct grade if you don't have all of your credits. So it doesn't matter if you've been here 3 years, that doesn't mean you're going to be a junior. If you don't have at least 11 credits, you're not a junior. So please be mindful of that. Also, we have a Google Classroom on jmpsd.org website. It's called the Counselors Google Classroom. All of this information is there. Everything that we're talking about right now is in our Google Classroom. Seniors, when you fill out your selection sheet, when I say seniors, I mean juniors going into the 12th grade for next year. In the past, we've allowed seniors to only take the classes that are required if they choose to. But if you want to take that route, you cannot have any credit recovery that you have not completed. If you have credit recovery that is not finished, you must take a complete schedule. Again, you must take a complete schedule, and this only applies to seniors. Seniors are the only scholars that have that privilege of doing that. Again, all information that we push out to you is through email. Check your email regularly, multiple times a day, to see if we've sent out anything. We sent out scholarship information about ACT testing, about acupuncture testing. Everything that pushes out from this office is available on our Google Classroom. Again, we are here for you. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, come by the counselor's office, shoot us an email, give us a call. We work for you. Did I cover everything, Ms.
I
Horton?
think so. Just want y'all to know some great things are going on at Jacksonville High School, and we are so excited that we want you to be a part of it.
That's right.
That's it. Parents, I'm sure that we've forgotten something because we cover a lot of things in this office. So if you have a question, give us a call.
Again, we need these sheets by the Wednesday,
January
the 26th, because we have to start doing our scheduling for next year. But again, if you have any questions or concerns, give us a holler.
That's it. Thanks.